may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerge from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, this defense for the Cards, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
On second down, Etienne once more. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Lawrence. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Play action. It's Lawrence. Man open. Here is Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A really good pickup of 28 yards. On this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On play action, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side of the tight end is Shaughnessy. And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. Etienne. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Once more, Etienne. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. On the return, Andy Isabella. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Running out of the gun with Etienne. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne, and every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall, is now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits. One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And now the throw taken in by Chark. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So for Trevor Lawrence, listen, the hype, the buzz, whatever you want to call it, it just surrounds this guy. One of the most highly regarded draft picks of the last decade or two. What do you think defenses are going to throw at him here in his rookie season?
Well, I think all the edge rushers can't wait to get a shot at him, especially his rookie year, because they want to see if he can handle the pressure when they come at him. But I think defensive coordinators, they know that he's well-schooled and he's very intelligent. They want that pressure on him. They'll throw those normal blitzes, but they also want to throw combo coverages in the secondary to see if he can read them.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Josh Lambo on for the field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambo is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And his throw is incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs him up 5. First and 15. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. This is going to be caught. It's John Brown. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And this one into the hands of DJ Sharp. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They go play action with Lawrence. That's caught by Hollister. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 42. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. On first and 10, it's Etienne. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. Short pass to the tight end, Hollister. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Cardinals 21, Jaguars 10. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Now Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Lawrence to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now Murray off play action. Flush. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Murray towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh no! And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie, Andre Cisco.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
Recon, 132 fighter. Bravo.
Now Lawrence on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Final preparations being made for the second half, both in terms of game plan and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. On the return, Isabella. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Murray now on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Patterson. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Murray toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down. Shotgun now for Murray. Touchdown! Andy Isabella with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Here's 2nd and 10. A give to Etienne running right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he takes it all the way down to the 15.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So take away the touchdown. It's kind of been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And Lawrence will throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray buying time to his left. And he rifles one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray going deep for Hopkins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. Lawrence. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Jacob Hollister, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, Orbit, get in the weight room. 29 is the Mike 29. Watch the flag, watch the flag.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a third and goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. They go for it on fourth and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Chubb running right. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Flush to his right. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They can't tackle him. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. A run for Nick Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back to throw it. Murray. Flushed out right. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Chubb will get the call running left, and they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27, no first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the fourth down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On first and 10, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's got it, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Second down, Murray sets to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 31.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, here is Jones. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. There he goes, right side. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on.